Hi there, and thank you for tuning in. I guess we all have photographers that we admire, or we follow their work and want to be able to do maybe a little bit the same as they do, or thinking, how are they actually doing this? And in my case, I'm following a guy called Mark Cornic, and I will post a link, of course, somewhere above here and also in the description to his Instagram account. But I really enjoy his work. He's an outdoor photographer, and he's making, I would say, abstract images very often, and I just find them to be really, really beautiful. So that's the reason why I follow him. And he has a little niche in his work called botanical abstracts, and I was very happy that in the latest edition of Outdoor Photography here, this is number 293, you can see that he talks about how he does it, and also he shows a lot of examples here of his work here in the magazine. And I really enjoy the work that he does, and I was very happy that he shared with us how he produces these pictures like this. I will also show on the screen some from his Instagram account so you can see it a little bit better. So I'm not trying to be a copycat. I don't want to copy his result. I just want to emulate his process and then use that for my own photography and then see basically what comes out of that. I'm just curious, and I think maybe that could go into my toolbox of things that I use going forward. So I'm really glad that Mark shared with us how he does this. So I just want to relay that information here in this video. Some information and inspiration as per usual on this channel. And yeah, let's get cracking. So apparently Mark, he finds his subjects in botanical gardens, but I found a subject here in my backyard. But I think as long as you find something with relatively simple and strong structures, then I think they would be well suited for this shooting technique. All the images are shot handheld, there's no tripod involved here, and then Mark prefers to get the jump done in the camera so he gets the feedback right away, what the image looks like, and doesn't have to wait for the post-processing. He uses a macro lens to get really close to the subject, and finally he shoots raw, because that gives the most flexibility, especially in terms of white balance when it comes to post-processing. So now we get to the core of what it is Mark does. He's combining two techniques, intentional camera movement and multiple exposures. And where I think this gets from good to great is that he's using both of them very, very lightly. So he's maybe only doing 2 to 3 images on top of each other, and he has a relatively fast shutter speed when we're talking ICM, a quarter to a full second exposure time. And as you can guess, you're shooting here at base ISO and a relatively close down aperture in order not to overexpose your image. So using this technique, you can see the result of my work. I will not claim that these are masterpieces, but I will claim they are very different from anything I've previously been shooting. And that was actually the whole point with trying on this technique. So I'm really grateful that Mark has shared his technique with us, and I will practice this some more. I think one of the tricks is to follow, when you move your camera, to follow the lines in the structures you're shooting. Otherwise, I think it's just practice, 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 and basically see what you can make of this technique. Now you know how Mark does it, and you have seen what happens if at least I try to follow his process. And yeah, as I said, hopefully this is information and inspiration. As always, happy shooting. Take care. Bye-bye.